So that was a nice post you made about Conor McGregor the other day.
Oh, you guys saw that? I feel like no one ever sees anything I post. It's like people like, I don't know, purposely ignore the that I post. But yeah, I heard that there were some rumors that I didn't make it myself, and I did. I am a Photoshop like guru, so there you go.
Well, you have a background in art. I don't think a lot of people know about that.
Yeah, I actually went to school in New York at Cooper Union, and so that's where I learned all my Photoshop trolling skills from Cooper Union, you know. And yeah, I went to school to be an animator. I worked as an animator for a little while, for like maybe a couple years, and then I kind of took a 180 and started fighting for a living and stuff.
So you think like once your fight career is kind of done, you'll go back into doing like MMA cartoons or something like that?
Yeah, I feel like art is one of those things that you could do forever, and MMA is one of those things where, you know, you have a small window. So I'm definitely pursuing my fight career like full force right now, but I'm still keeping my my drawing skills fresh so that once I'm done, I could go into my other passion.
Well, the last time you fought was December. Now you're fighting Tecia Torres coming up next. So talk about what's happened from December till now.
Just a lot of training. You know, I haven't stopped training since December. I thought that I could possibly book a fight earlier than that, so I was in the gym the entire time. And unfortunately, since all the strawweights had fought so close together, they couldn't book me another fight until June. So I was pissed, you know. I was begging for this fight, actually. I was begging for this night at the Prudential Center, but they couldn't get it for me. But I'm definitely ready. You know, I'm anxious, and I'm ready to just show people that, you know, you want to get me in there often because I'm going to put on the show every time.
Now, Tisha being somebody who moves a lot, and you being somebody who's known to just bully and storm in and come in, how do you think she's going to prepare for you, and how do you have to prepare for her?
Well, she already said that she's afraid of my striking, which she should be, and she's, you know, she's preparing to get her wrestling and her jiu-jitsu together. But I don't think her grappling is better than mine. I don't think her striking is better than mine. So, you know, her efforts are going to be, you know, I don't know. I don't think that she has much to give me, and I'm going to show it on June 13th.
Talk about that, your legendary face-off with Tisha in Mexico. Was did that just happen in the moment, or?
No, I gotta confess, I actually practiced it.
Oh, yes.
I know, I'm a loser. I was going up to guys in my gym like, hey, what's up, man? Oh. But yeah, I had to practice the timing and that. But it goes to show that anything I practice, I can execute. So.
So perfect. You enjoyed, after you saw it was like perfect technique, everything was great.
Well, no, I kind of messed up because I let her shake my hand in the beginning, and so I was a little pissed about that, but I decided to just go for it anyway. You know, you just gotta go for it sometimes.
So I know you as like one of the nicest people, super smiley, super outgoing, but you also have like that war Angela mean streak. So can you talk about how you switch that on and off? Or do you intentionally try to dislike your opponents? Does that help you in any way?
I don't really dislike them. Like I tend to build a character in my head, and that person I dislike, but after like everything's said and done, I understand that, you know, that is a person just like me, and, you know, I don't hate them or or, you know, anything like that. But, you know, it is a fight. So it's like, you know, going into war. You're not going to say, oh, everyone's the same. You're going to be like, I got to kill this person because if not, they're going to kill me. And so that's how I visualize it, you know, going into it. And then afterwards, it's just like, you know, it's like jerking off. Yeah. Afterwards, it's just like, oh, you know, let's hug it out. You know, it's not a big deal anymore. Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, and more about, I guess, your pre-fight hype. I mean, you at least see your Instagram post. I mean, is that you being mean, or is that just you having fun? What do you like? What is it? Or
I'm just having fun. Like, it's up to the other person to interpret it however they like.
You're ripping someone's heart out, your opponent's heart out.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's like drawn in like ancient, like Aztec stylistics or whatever. So I mean, like, you know, if you're gonna take something like that seriously, then you know, that's on you. But yeah, like, I think I really get into like everything about the fight. I get into, you know, the build up. I get into game planning. I'm really big on game planning. Like, if my teammate is about to fight someone, I Google the shit out of their opponent, and like I bring up all these game plans. I'm just like, oh, you got to do this and this and this. So I think I just get obsessed with the whole process of fighting, and I feel like that's what makes me a strong competitor. Just the fact that I'm really obsessive, and you know, and that reflects in training and the whole, like, you know, game planning and all that stuff.
I see you evolving, you know, from when I commentated your amateur fights and all that, and I see you evolving, but what I notice is that you're really liking the wrestling. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny because like the wrestling part is a lot like Muay Thai. In Muay Thai you have clinch, yeah, and in clinch, a lot of it has to do with timing, but another part of it is just has to do with, like, you know, just
feeling their weight.
Yeah, just ragdolling people, and that's what wrestling is too. You know, you have the timing, you have the technique, but you also have the ragdolling. And I feel like with BJJ, you don't have like the strength as much and the explosiveness as much as you do with wrestling. So, so I've really been enjoying it. You know, like just the little tiny aspects, as well as, you know, just like the whole like embracing the grind thing. Like that's all me. So, so it's been pretty fun learning that, and I hope to get pretty good at that, you know, as I progress.
Now we know that one of the only African American women in, you know, MMA right now, well, in the UFC right now. Can you talk about maybe why there aren't a lot of us like that to do it, and do you have any idea, what are your feelings on it?
Yeah, I mean, part of me feels like it's the hair.
What do you mean? Like, are you afraid to mess
up? Like, black women, I know from experience that black women spend so much money on hair, just like, you know, getting perms, getting touch-ups, getting weave and all that shit. And, you know, it's, if you get it wet, it's destroyed. Like, that's your money out the window. And the second, like, if I go out to train, like yesterday I went out to train, my hair was this long. After I was done 2 hours of training, my hair was this long. So it's like, you know, you have like these aspects of it that people don't realize. But I think another aspect is that, you know, it's just not promoted, you know, and you don't see people that look like you on that big stage right now. And I think the more people that you see, just like any other sport, you see WNBA, there's like all these women who are popular, who are, you know, making money, who are doing what they love. You see them on the big stage, you want to be like them. The same thing's going to happen with MMA. So I hope to, you know, if I get the belt, which that's what I'm going for, that's why I'm here. If I get the belt, I hope to, you know, just encourage women who look like me or who look similar to me to go after that kind of dream if that's their passion, or whatever dream they may have. So hopefully, you know, that'll help, and, you know, encourage women of color to get into MMA, because I definitely feel that it's an outlet that can improve your life.
Yeah, for sure.
What did you feel about, I'm assuming you watched Carla's title fight with Joanna? What was your opinion of it? You fought Carla?
I know, I was pissed. I was totally jealous, and I wanted to be Joanna at that moment. But I totally feel like, you know, I feel like I had the worst bet because I fought Carla first after a 2-year layoff. Everyone who saw that fight was able to take notes like, oh, don't throw kicks, don't do this, don't do that. And after that, you know, every person who fought Carla after that was able to game plan according to her previous performance. So I felt like Joanna had a lot of material. Not to knock her skill, like she has incredible skill in striking, incredible takedown defense, and we haven't even seen her grappling game yet, so who knows how good that is. It's probably good, I'm guessing. But I feel like she also had a lot to go off of, and that's kind of, you know, why I was just like, man, I wish I could be like, I wish that was me right now. But it was really encouraging to watch. I think a lot of people think that after seeing Joanna's performance the belt is you know, obtainable, and I don't think people realize how good Joanna is. So after her next fight, I think more people will see that she's actually really technical and really hard to beat, and they'll be less ready to call out for a title shot.
How has your regular life changed since all of this?
I mean, I get to do stuff like this. That's a little different. I was really happy when I got the call to fly out here to watch Newark, because I have a lot of people near here in New York City. I lived here for like 11 years. And you know, like, people saw me repping North Carolina on the show, so like whenever I'm walking around downtown in Asheville, people just say hi, and they're like, oh, I saw you in the fight, I saw you on the TV show, I was rooting for you. So I get a lot of recognition from like just regular people, and I can train wherever I want now, just because they recognize me from the show and recognize that I can fight, and you know, they know I'm legit. So it's been a pretty cool transition since then.